Ladies and gentlemen, do not just George that. I am Hitman Cos. Welcome back to Hitman's Contracts, where you know we cover everything WWE wise. You know what I'm saying? And I must say, as expected, what a roller coaster ride this NXT Takeover pay per view was. I'm not gonna lie. Part of me was was a bit disappointed, even though the matches were good. I was disappointed, but for the most part, because my a few of the predictions I wanted to happen didn't happen. Um, but 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 even still, it was still a great pay per view. All things considered, you know what I'm saying. But but once again, I did not come here alone. Please welcome back to the show, the Humbleman Gary. Gary, welcome back to Hitman's Contracts.
Hitman's Contracts, my man. Hitman, it's always a pleasure being on your podcast.
Yeah, man. How about Vengeance Day, man?
NXT Vengeance Day was pretty solid as always, because as we as wrestling fans know, NXT always delivers, but it was really, really, really crazy, especially the ending.
Yep. Well, uh, I'd rather go over it from top to bottom. First off, the women's Dusty Rhodes Classic. Freaking my pick actually won, man. Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez. They did it.
Right. I actually had a feeling, even though I wanted Evelyn and Shotzi to win, I had a feeling that Dakota and Raquel was going to take it.
I'll admit, man, for a few moments there, freaking, it looked like Moon and Blackheart were gonna pull it off, man. But freaking Raquel is just a freaking tank.
Right. Exactly. That was probably one of the best matches of the whole pay-per-view,
Yeah.
honestly speaking.
And it's ironic that I call her a tank, considering what Shotzi Blackheart normally rides out to the ring on.
I knew we were going to say that, honestly, because that's what popped up in my head. That's clearly what I was thinking about when you had called Raquel a tank. That just, I was completely thinking about Shotzi coming out on her damn tank.
Yeah. And by the way, I couldn't help but notice that the entrance ramp had an elevated surface.
Yeah, neither could I, honestly speaking.
Yeah, like the last time I seen that was on TNA.
Right.
Well, technically Impact, but same thing.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, but and then I don't know if you saw, but Shayna Baszler took to Twitter posting a very interesting image uh, of her and and um and and Dakota Kai back when she was NXT Women's Champion and Dakota Kai was scared shitless of her.
Oh, wow.
And you remember those days back when she was a face, and Shanna would always would have her shook, and she would bully her to no end.
Hell yeah, I remember that.
Now, don't get me wrong. I don't condone bullying, but I just love to see Shanna do all that because she just further looked like the badass that she is now.
Right.
But times are different now. Technically, both teams are heels, so it'll be an interesting encounter if they indeed face off.
Right. Exactly.
Now, my question for you is that if they come to blows, will Dakota step up to Shanna or what?
Yeah, I think Dakota will, especially at the fact that she has And this could happen pretty soon, because remember, they also have the future shot at the women's tag team title, so it could happen pretty soon. Step up like that, especially that she got Raquel with her.
Yeah, but when I mean step up to her, I mean face to face. I don't mean like hiding behind Raquel.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. But hell yeah, I think she will step up face to face. Hopefully she's woman enough to do this shit.
Yeah. I feel you on that, man.
Right. So honestly speaking, that would probably be a good tag match. I mean, you got the lightweight Dakota and Shayna, and two heavyweights, Raquel and Nia. That fucking tag team match that goes to the break will be great.
Yeah, you know.
I mean, sorry if I cursed. I hope you didn't mind curse. If you don't want any curse on your podcast,
No, man. Don't even worry about that. You kidding me?
Gotcha. Thanks.
Yeah. Anyways, moving on to the men's Dusty Rhodes Classic. I can't even front. This match was 100 miles an hour, almost from the beginning, but I was disappointed at the end. I mean, because I mean, don't get me wrong. I understand, you know, the story going into it, that MSK, that one of them was doing it for his deceased father and all that, but I still felt that it should have been GYV's time, man.
Right.
Because literally, they were in the finals last year, and then they were in the finals this year. So I figured that they were gonna, you know, make good on the past.
Right.
But
exactly.
yeah. But to be fair, this makes more sense considering that what's his face? Considering that both Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch are heels, and GYV are also heels, so you know.
Right, exactly.
So who knows? Maybe one of these days, GYV will earn himself an NXT Tag Team title shot and get the titles.
You are correct about that. Hell yeah.
But I definitely have to give credit where it's due. MSK, they put on a hell of a show. Good God, I was blown away with some of the stuff they were doing.
They did good. They did great.
I mean, honestly, if only Impact was on a channel that I could see, I would have been able to catch them back when they were the Rascals, and I would have got a glimpse of what they do. But you know, better late than never.
Right, exactly.
But what was your take on the match?
My take on the MSK match was really great.
Yeah.
Really one hell of a match.
Yeah, I feel you on that one, man.
Word.
Then you know, I guess we can move on to the next match, where Johnny Gargano defended his NXT North American title against Kushida. And I don't know. Yeah. Oh yes. Honestly, this was a strong contender for match of the night.
Yeah, right. I can't argue with you on that.
But before we get to the match, I don't know if you noticed, before Johnny came out, Dexter Lumis swooped by and took what's his face? And yeah. And like at first I almost didn't notice it, but like I saw it happen. And
right. I'm I think I did notice.
Yeah, and then he had what's his face. Then he had Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae go and look for him. So I figured because he'd be going it alone, he wasn't gonna win.
Right.
But man, this match was nothing short of amazing.
That's a fact.
Right.
That is right.
Like freaking, like I can honestly say, this was like on the level, damn near on the level of Johnny's other takeover matches,
Right.
And I can't even lie that there were so many times where I thought Kushida was closing in on the win, especially when he had those submissions in. I thought Johnny was gonna tap in a second.
Right. Exactly. I feel you. Me too. I thought that same thing myself.
And I can't even lie. I was on the edge of my seat. I don't know about you. I was on the edge of my seat for both of them.
Me too. I think I was too.
And then freaking, well, when people say you throw everything but the kitchen sink, I think they threw everything, including the kitchen sink, and for this one. Like honestly, oh man. So part of me can't even find the words for it, Yeah. Then freaking, but then in the end, when Johnny hit one final beat twice, man, I honestly thought that the second time freaking Kushida was gonna was gonna counter into an arm submission again.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, but nah, man, that was it. And I couldn't help but notice that the NXT commentators kept trying to give the advantage to Johnny Gargano because of how many takeovers he's been in, when yet he has a losing record when it comes to takeover events.
Right.
And like whenever he's lost, it usually happens because of the same thing. Either one, he winds up doing too much and gets caught lacking, or two, he takes his eye off the ball and pays for it.
Right, exactly.
But neither of those happened this time. I really didn't know what to think going into the match period.
Right. Great.
Yeah.
That was nice. Yeah, I really did. The whole picture too, bro. Really, I don't know. Great.
Yeah, definitely. I feel you on that.
Right.
But then after that we had the triple threat match: Io Shirai, Toni Storm, and Mercedes Martinez. And
Right.
I'll tell you what, man. I think this one was full of surprises more than anything else.
Right.
Like, now, I'll admit, part of me didn't catch the ending. Yeah, cause freaking, cause my phone was ringing. But
You're watching on your phone.
Nah. I was watching it on TV.
Oh, you got the network.
Yeah, but
Well,
I.
speaking of, you know, what was I gonna say? You heard that they're gonna be going over to Peacock next month, right?
They're going to what?
WWE Network, because WWE had a 5-year
Oh
deal
yeah.
with their streaming service.
Oh yeah.
So how do we go about that?
I honestly don't know. I think we'll have to get it. I think we'll have to subscribe to whatever that crap is.
The Peacock?
Yeah.
Because I saw someone said in the comments that the people who already had the WWE Network will be migrated over to Peacock or something like that. So I don't know if I was saying people, I don't know people saying credentials either in actual paper, I don't know.
Yeah. I guess we'll find out when the time comes.
Yeah, right.
But in the end, you know, even with more opponents, the result remained the same. EO retained, and honestly, once again, I'm sorry. I was disappointed in the ending. Like, don't get me wrong. All three of them are great. EO is a great wrestler, but I felt that it was time for her to lose the title.
I got you.
But you know, hey, with her retaining, because like with her retaining, you know, it has me thinking, where do we go from here? Who does she face next?
Exactly.
And I know you were going, you know, how did you feel about it?
When it was just, it was a great match. It was a great match. It was great.
Yeah. Anything further you want to add on that?
Also, I feel like that match was really, I feel like it was really like, what can I say? I feel like it was really, like, it was one of the best matches, because, I mean, I wonder, like, for how long Neil's going to hold on to that belt for, because, like, you know, the other talents come in, another person I want to see get the belt again is Emma Hall.
Yeah.
And I'm actually, speaking of her, I'm really glad she returned to NXT, because the way I see it being utilized on the main roster, that's one of the things that frustrated me a lot. So she made the right move on returning back to NXT.
Yeah, and but to be fair, she had an Achilles injury, and that's like one of the worst injuries you could possibly get as an athlete.
So that too. Not that I was doing this, not that I wasn't acknowledging that part, but I was just probably mainly focused on how she was being used on the main roster.
Absolutely, I agree with you. But of course, you know, with that match going, that leads into the main event, the moment that everyone was waiting for, as the Prince Finn Balor faced off against the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne, putting his NXT title on the line. And oh my God, when I thought Johnny and Kushida had a match of the night, I honestly think that Finn Balor and Pete Dunne heard me, because they I can't even put into words how killer of a match they put on.
Yeah, I agree.
Like these two like damn near killed each other in this match, yo. Freaking,
Yeah,
especially Pete Dunne. This dude was freaking tearing apart Finn Balor's fingers, yo.
yeah, that's a fact. He really was. He really was.
And with all the crazy false finishes, freaking, I was I was even yelling at my screen, begging for Finn. I mean, begging for Dunne to end it and put Finn away.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, I can't blame you. That was very crazy.
Yeah, but unfortunately, another one of my predictions did not come true. He couldn't put him away, and Balor somehow was able to win.
Right. That was good. That was very true.
But now and honestly at first I was gonna think the same thing of where do we go from here, but considering what happened after the match, I think it's already been answered. Cause freaking Finn might have won, but Dunn, Birch, and Lorcan didn't let him off the hook that easy.
Right.
And hey, I'll give it to the Undisputed Era for trying to make the save. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But what happened next really threw me off. What happened threw everyone off.
That's a fact.
Freaking Cole super kicking Balor, then super kicking O'Reilly.
Right.
And then as he walked off, Roderick Strong didn't know what to do.
That Robert Strong ain't know. Yeah, I know. That look on his face. What?
I mean, when all that went down, how did you react?
I was really shocked, honestly speaking. Cole looks like he wants the belt back, and honestly speaking, it's gonna have to be something with him and Kyle O'Reilly first before that, or it's probably gonna be a triple threat between all three of them. Based on we see what happened at Takeover Vengeance, more than likely it's gonna be a triple threat.
Yeah, but I think because of the post-match assault, that Pete Dunne is gonna get inserted back into it again.
Right.
But unfortunately, we have to address the elephant in the room, and I really don't want to ask this, but is this the end of the Undisputed Era?
Oh man, honestly speaking, man, it's crazy to say, but it's looking like it is.
Now, as far as I know, we more than likely are going to get a straight answer at coming towards NXT, because reports came out that Kyle O'Reilly separated his shoulder. Now I know freaking Adam Cole's kicks are brutal. I didn't think they were that brutal.
Right.
And even if it is the end of the Undisputed Era, what does this leave Bobby Fish? Because he was injured. He got injured at War Games.
Exactly.
Like I know Roderick Strong is torn. Like I can only imagine what went through Bobby Fish's mind and what's going through his mind right now. You know.
It's me too. That's crazy.
And you know, speaking of Bobby Fish, that guy, he really can't catch a break. Cause like whenever he's finally got something good going, or building up some traction, he gets injured.
That is true.
It isn't fair because he's such a good wrestler.
Yeah, he really is.
But also, I'm just making a guess, and I say that he's gonna side with Kyle O'Reilly just because you know they have more history together.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I agree. I'm with you on that one.
Because you know they used to be a team long before their run in WWE.
Right.
And like they've won championships together before their run in WWE as well.
Exactly.
But even still, I'd like to think that like Roderick Strong, Bobby Fish still has undying loyalty for the group as a whole. So I don't think he'd want to show favoritism towards one member over the other.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah. But that is definitely gonna make NXT something worth watching. Only problem is, unfortunately, I'm gonna be working, so I won't be able to see it.
Word.
But I'll be able to catch the replay of it. You know what I'm saying? Now we and freaking Takeover. I mean NXT. It's definitely gonna be something worth watching just to get the fallout of Vengeance Day.
That's a fact.
Well,
that's a big fact right there, bro.
Yep.
Word.
Yep. But you know, even after the pay-per-view, I don't know if you noticed, but NXT has now gained a couple more people to the roster.
Oh wow.
Because Eli Drake and Taya Valkyrie have both signed to NXT.
Oh yeah. I saw that guy. I love when he said the weight bearer on the pre-show.
Yep. Now, what do you think? What do you think of Eli Drake going by the name LA Knight?
I think it's like kind of interesting. I'm wondering why he changed that name.
More than likely, you know, Impact owns the rights to the name Eli Drake.
Right.
But if not that, then as per the rumor it goes, then what's his face? As the rumor goes, then you know he more than likely chose that name.
Facts.
But I'm sorry. When I'm thinking of the name of the term LA Knight, I'm thinking of like Mike. Remember their team, the Los Angeles Knights?
Oh word.
I mean, no offense to him. I'm just saying. And then
I got you, bro.
yeah, and then Taya Valkyrie, I definitely like to see her shake up the system for the NXT Women's Division.
Right, got you.
Now, I'll admit, because I don't watch Well, I don't have a chance to watch Impact, and I don't go out of my way to watch her stuff on Impact YouTube channel. I really don't know how big of an impact she can bring, you know. But
Right.
and look here, I'm not throwing any kind of shit on Karrion Cross, but for Eli Drake's sake, I really hope he brings a lot more to the table than Karrion Cross. Because no offense to him, he's boring.
Carrying.
Yeah, like in the ring, he's boring.
I got you perfectly. I mean, he seems kind of good, but I don't think they should give him the NXT title back as yet. Like, let Balor still hold it or let Cole get it back.
Like, don't get me wrong, man. He has the skill. Like he has every last bit of wrestling skill as the next guy would, but he's boring. And I don't mean boring in a way that his wrestling prowess would make up for it. I mean boring in a way that his matches aren't interesting. Like, like if you like when I look at his matches that he's had against the likes of Tommaso Ciampa, or even the NXT title match against Keith Lee, like both of them had to do a bulk of the work for the match to be interesting. Well,
Right.
and I mean, don't get me wrong, Cross had the power and technical game down pat, but like other than that, like that shit was boring.
Right. I got you.
Like honestly, the only thing that stands out about his character is Scarlet.
Yeah, that's a fact. Exactly.
And like and that's not even a knock against her.
He says not even what he says. Sorry.
You know, like honestly, if he had just a bit more charisma, or if he tried to show a bit more technical prowess, he'd be more. I'd put him much higher on the of my rankings, but I can't.
Right. I got you perfectly.
But he's more than likely gonna be feuding with Santos Escobar.
Right. That's a fact right there. You're right about that.
Yeah, but the
Right.
the time has come once again. But we gotta wrap this up. I definitely want to thank you, the Humbleman Jerry, once again for coming through and spit and kicking your wrestling knowledge and chilling with me here, man.
Yes, sir. Man. Now let's do this again next week for when it's at the Elimination Chamber. I'll let you know what time.
Yeah, actually, Elimination Chamber is Sunday.
Yeah, it's Sunday. So I mean, which day you gonna do the podcast?
Yeah.
Which day you gonna do? What day you plan on doing the podcast for that? To talk about the results.
Yeah, I'll probably hit you up maybe Thursday or tomorrow.
Of course. Let's do that.
Yeah, man. Always a pleasure having you, man.
Thanks, my man. Always a pleasure being on this show.
Yeah, peace.
Peace.
And that's where it ends, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank each and every one of y'all for taking the time out of your busy schedule for chilling with me. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up. Comment if you feel like it. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. And until the next video, I am the Hitman Cos by way of Struggle Vision Productions. And I'll see y'all later. Peace!